Okay, I did not mean to do two different videos, so sorry. So today in Individuals and Societies, I will do an on this day in just a second. And then you're going to do a paw print activity, and I'm going to explain that. And then that's what you'll work on your rough draft today, and we'll finish that next week. Okay? So on this day in history, Jesse Owens wins his fourth gold medal in 1936. So we're taking it back a little bit today, back to 1936. In 1936, during this time, it was the Berlin Olympics. Okay, next year is an Olympic year. They're in Tokyo, but at this time it was in Berlin. 1936 Berlin. Remember we talked about Adolf Hitler the other day. He was the one in charge of Germany at this time. And so he wanted to use the Berlin Olympics as a Nazi propaganda, which propaganda is essentially look at how great we are. Everybody else is worse than us. And they're trying to get you to believe that. That's a very basic way of explaining it. And I'll do a better job. I'll talk more about it as we go through the school year. But basically, Adolf Hitler did not like anybody that wasn't white, and that is not very nice. But that's how his mind worked, unfortunately. So Jesse Owens is the one in the USA. He's African American, so he was a track star during this time, and he won his fourth gold medal in the 4x100 meters. He's also set the world record with his team in that event, and that stood for 20 years until it was broken in 1956. It was a major blow to this hopeful propaganda kind of campaign that Hitler had planned for his Nazi Reich. He wanted to showcase this white superiority, and that didn't happen because Jesse Owens was African American and he won 4 gold medals. The U.S. actually almost boycotted the games because of how aggressive Hitler was showing and starting to be towards those who were not white. But they ended up going, and they did really well. They dominated in the popular track and field events. Again, that's where Owens shined. And he was the star of the Berlin Games. He competed in the 100, which is just like a straightaway on a track, the 200, which is the turn and the straightaway, and then the broad jump, which doesn't exist anymore, but I'm sure it was an early variation of long jump, and then the 4x100. So Jesse Owens is quite the American track and field hero, and he lived and did some really cool things at the Berlin 1936 Olympics. Okay, so now we're going to transition, and we are going to talk about the Camerado Wildcat Paw. Okay, so you are going to get I'm actually going to give you one that's not on binder paper, but what you are going to do is take a piece of binder paper, and you're going to put your white piece of paper with the paw print under it, and you're going to trace it, okay? You're going to trace it, and you're going to make a rough draft. Does everybody understand that? Okay, you are going to complete a rough draft on binder paper. That is what you are working on today. As you can see at the top, we have our MLA format. So we have your name, the teacher's name, the subject/period, and the date, okay? You need to make sure you have all 4 of those things. We got to get in the habit of writing those. You also are going to use complete sentences for each part of the paw, okay? So, in each of our little paw print thingies, one thing that you're gonna write, what is one thing you are good at? Okay, complete sentence. What career or occupation would you like? Complete sentence. So that would look like, I would like to be a teacher when I grow up. Your family members. So your complete sentence would say, in my family, I have a mom, dad, brother, sister, and stepbrother. That's what I would say. And then in the last paw print area, it says, what is something that is important to you? So you need to, again, use a complete sentence. In the bigger part of the paw right here, you need to have your first and last name and then one goal for the 6th grade. Now, in literature and language, you came up with 3 goals. So you need to choose one of those goals to help you kind of think of what you're going to write for this goal. And then on the outline part right here, it says, what is something that makes you a wildcat? Now, at Camerata, we are wildcats. So what is something that makes you a wildcat? What's unique about you that you get to bring to the Camerata campus? And it says, use words and symbols, pictures to complete your wildcat paw, and then make sure it's legible, which means I need to be able to read your handwriting, and then colorful. Okay, so the next slide I'm going to show you is what your final draft will look like. We will not get to the final draft until next week. But your final draft is going to be nice and colorful. This one is Jane Smith. It looks very nice. Look, it says, one thing I am good at is memorizing words and poems. That is a very nice, complete sentence, okay? And then your final copy will be quality. We're going to write in blue or black ink for sentences, and then you need to have colored pencils, and there needs to be color on the entire thing. So let's look at it one more time. Color on the entire thing, kids. So after we're done watching this video, Mr. Burgeist will pass, or one of you will pass out the paw prints. Remember, you are not drawing directly on that paw print. You are tracing it onto a piece of binder paper. Please do not forget, okay? Last but certainly not least, if for some reason you did not get everything in the PowerPoint, if you go to my website, which looks like this, okay, and you go to the Unit 0 skills on the social studies current topic, okay, there is a copy of that entire PowerPoint in the folder. Okay, it's right here. So if you need to look at it one more time, then you're more than welcome to do that. All right, so make sure you do good work. If you finish, then you should read your AR book because we are not going to start our final copy yet. Have a great day. Have a good weekend. And then remember, if you are in 3rd period, my 1st, 2nd, and 3rd period, you will come back during 8th period today, and you guys are going to the library to do a library scavenger hunt. I will see you all on Monday.